This process of channeling, as you call it, is a dance of consciousness, one that allows a voice to be heard, a consciousness to emerge that has not been the architect of the physical body. So there is always a negotiation, if you will, between the two. There has been developed between this beloved one and I a journey of trusting, of ameliorating and softening the ego, of being willing to let go and indeed let God. Each of you has this ability, each of you has this capacity within you to bring forth guidance, to see, to know, to hear, to feel, to remember. If you ask, we will come. But understand that there is always the choice at any moment to release, to take back that which has been created, the aspect of the physical body. Indeed, it is illusory, but while the veil is in place, there was much conversation, much discussion of the veil, while the lens that is being viewed has projected that the body is real, that the world is real. There is an attachment to the form, for the form is the physical living manifestation. One moment, please. The composite of all which is yet to be healed, of all which is yet to be released, of that which is still being held on to. You do not need to look very far, beloved ones, to find the work that is still to be done. Your ending does not need to be as dramatic as mine, being nailed to a cross. I was indeed trained in ways to resurrect. Understand that the body is a manifestation. It is, when the soul leaves the body, it is much like a loaf of bread that will become stale and harden and start molding. But there is indeed an entry and an exit point for each. You can make these journeys, beloveds. You were all trained as I was. We all lived in a community. And if you wish to revisit, if you wish to remember, you have been granted access to your records. You have been granted access to everything that you need to know, everything that you are seeking now already lives within you. You need only look. There is a fear in looking, beloved ones, for in the looking you will find, and in the finding you will see that the jig is up. And all of the games that you have played and all of the lies that you have told yourself and all of the ways in which you have lived that have been other than that of the truth, you will indeed need to relinquish. The attachments that you have had to family, whether they were the beings that you were born of, born with, gave birth to, the friendships that you have, that you don't quite allow yourself to remember why they resonate so deeply within your heart, except that these are beings that you have traveled with and journeyed with and continue to travel and journey with. Why there are certain people that you love, why there are certain people that you despise. What is it within them that is unfinished within you? As you move through these relationships, as you pause long enough to say, what is it about this being that I love? What is it about this being that I hate? What is it about this being that I like? What is it about this being that I fear? You come to know your own shadow. And as you bring your light to it, what is revealed is the truth. Look for the aspects of you where you feel weak and bring strength to that. Strength is you bringing the light of truth. For in the light, all is revealed. And in the light, you will flourish and you will grow. So look to your relationships, beloveds. Look within yourself. What is the aspect of self? What is the one aspect of self that you look and you say, this is unacceptable to me? It is not the way that it should be. Is it an aspect of your physical body? Is it an aspect of how you relate to others? Is it your judgment? Is it your lack of forgiveness? Is it your finances? Is it your job? Is it your family? Is it your children? Is it your sexuality? What aspect of you do you find unacceptable? Where do you find guilt? Where do you find shame? Where do you find you are not able to forgive yourself, beloveds? Look within those arenas, and that is where you will find your freedom. For where there is the greatest darkness, there is indeed the greatest light. You must bring the light of truth and the light of God to these areas, and there you shall find your freedom. Understand that that which has been the greatest wound will require of you the greatest healing, and that healing must come from within, beloved. Indeed, you may lay your hands upon another, and you may offer your light to them. Allow yourself to see the truth in them, and you grant them healing. But know, beloved, that healing comes from within first. For as I saw the purity of love and light within myself, I could then see that in another. Resurrection is an interesting condition. There is nothing that can die. However, what has been created that is illusory, as in the physical body, can indeed be reanimated. Soul is the animating function, and the soul comes and the soul goes. Quiet your minds, beloveds, and listen to our voices as we call to you, as we beckon to you, to remind you of the truth, to remind you of the light. Those who seek do indeed find. Be the finders, beloveds, not just the seekers. And when you find, there's something very interesting that will occur. There will be an entire array of those of us welcoming you. One moment, please. Welcoming you and saying, welcome home. We have been waiting for you. You are here with us, beloved, but you are indeed asleep. We come by and we say, it is time to awaken. And you may stretch. Many times you roll over and go back into slumber. But it is indeed time to awaken, beloved. For the more of us that come to the light, the more of us that come to the truth of ourselves, the more of us that allow the light to be revealed, the brighter the light becomes for all. You have our blessings. Beyond our blessings, beloveds, you have our love. I love you dearly. Call to me. Ask for me. I come to you always with my words, with my love, with my presence, with my healing. And all of the healing ever is a revelation of the truth of you. And if you are ready to be revealed, if you are ready to awaken, if you are ready to know, allow that to happen. And then come and accept the truth of you, which is that you are God incarnate, that you are as God created you. All of us are. So forgive, forgive, forgive again. It is the key that unlocks this maze, this insanity. In that forgiveness, you say, "Ah, yes, I am as my Father created me." And then you look upon another and you say, "Ah, yes, you too were created as God." And you see God as all things, in all things, and for all things. So allow your fears and your guilt and your shame to be forgiven. Beloved, if I am able to forgive you, and I do, how could you not forgive yourself? Come home, beloved. We call to you. Come home. Our love is with you, as it always has been and always shall be. Blessings upon you, my beloved ones, my brothers and my sisters, my mothers and my fathers, my sons and my daughters. Always.
Wow, Lynn, beautiful. That was gorgeous. What a nice way to, what a good message for Good Friday, huh?